Why are you laughing for? Why are you laughing for? I'm being serious. I'm being serious. No, you see, I'm talking facts here. I don't do if, buts, and maybes. I do absolutes. And like if your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle, but she doesn't, so she's not. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
What's up, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to a brand new episode of Osasu's Corner. Today, I have a very special guest with me. All my guests are, I always say special guests, 'cause all my guests are special, but today's one is very special. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey guys, what's good? Yeah, my name is Wapo. I'm an artist, a musician. Well, I'm trying to be, but yeah, basically, pretty much that's my identity.
Okay, you're an artist, you're a musician. So,
Yeah,
Wapo, I mean, that's your stage name, that's also your name,
yeah,
right?
so,
Okay,
yeah.
so how are you today? What were you up to this week?
Man, well, I've been trying to, I've been house scouting, basically. So
Oh,
that's
okay,
been a bit intense because Lagos is a lot. It's crazy. Trying to find what works for you and all of that. But yeah, it seems like yeah, I think I found something that's good. So yeah, that's pretty much what um at least this week I started this weekend. Has
okay,
been basically. So basically just to unwind from all of that, try to unwind that week. So yeah, that's it.
okay. I mean, that's cool, that's cool. Do you see, usually when I go on TikTok and I see all those videos of people who are house hunting in Lagos, I see all those toilets that's also in the kitchen, those kind of shots. Did
Bro,
you
see,
see it?
trust me,
Did you see anything like that?
it's a nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. Like, I wouldn't, I would not, um, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, just looking for a place if you don't have money, because
You don't have money.
you'd
What
be
what?
heartbroken, basically. So, just yeah, try to make sure you have at least some good amount of money to be able to just have peace of mind because it's just one thing or the other, and yeah, just it's very exhausting, pretty much. So yeah, those tales are really true.
Wow.
The
Okay.
interesting things you will see.
Man, people will be housing in this place. They're all mad.
Yeah, man.
Okay, my week. I think this week was actually very fast because it went from like Monday to Friday for me. I don't
Oh
remember what I did
really?
on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't remember what I did, but I know I was at work. So I was just there,
Yeah,
clocking
man.
in, clocking out.
Story of my life.
So today we're going to talk about, you know, becoming an artist in this country. Because I'm sure you have a that's very good experience in that journey. You dropped a couple songs, very nice songs by the way. So I want to
Thank you,
paint
man.
a scenario. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just paint a scenario for you. Let's say me now, Osasu. Let's say I wrote a song, which may or may not be true. But let's different discussion. Let's say I wrote a song now.
Okay.
I wrote it. How do I get a beat for that song now? How do I look for someone to produce a beat for me?
Well, to be honest, man, I'm pretty much still figuring out all of this. But I feel like it depends. It does depend. But I would say I guess you could pretty much get to. Well, that's what I'll do is maybe just get like a YouTube beat and like do
It would be okay.
whatever, like perform on it and post it probably. I mean, that's worked for me, and yeah, I've gotten some interesting interesting feedback and just responses from people that were interested in working. And it's also possible that you do something on a YouTube beat and you reach out to the person that made it, and and you send them
They
the
like it.
music and they like it and they give you the beats, or like they even work with you, long term, and which is something that's happened to me like before, a couple years ago. Um, yeah, so I mean that's an option for sure. Um, like the tryout. So if that works, great. If it doesn't work, you know, just
Okay.
you have to try something else. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll note it down. YouTube it. When I don't record, I'm gonna check.
Don't quote me,
But
but okay.
no, I won't go to you. It's fine. So the one you used for your the last EP you dropped. So
Yeah.
what did you get it? Did someone make those for you with those YouTube?
I mean, it was. I guess it's pretty much the whole. So I posted something on when I was more frequent, like posting stuff on social media, like music, freestyles. I There was this era, I think I was during COVID, where I was just like hopping on people's lives and like Instagram lives, and just like talking with people and that I thought were interesting, at the time and even now. Um, and so I met, or someone saw me on it. So the name of the producer of that project, his name is Sue. So Sue saw me on one of those like interviews, or not even interviews, like one of just those days basically. And he checked out my page, and yeah, he just reached out really. Then we linked up a couple months after, and yeah, the rest is history basically. So yeah, that's how that came
Okay.
about really.
That's how Blood for
Yeah.
Blood came about.
Well, that's another. Yeah, but yeah,
That's
similar
not-
similar story. True, true, true. Similar story as well. But we're not the same person. So that
Okay,
that
okay,
was produced by Yusa. He's a producer I work with
okay.
currently.
Nice, nice. Okay, sidebar. I mean, what made you call it Blood for Blood? Did you kill someone? Did you bury someone? 'Cause I don't know
So
what you do,
so
but
I mean, interestingly enough, I really didn't think too much about it when I wrote it. It was up until like I posted it, and people were like, "Oh, it's scary," and that was like crazy funny to me because it was the opposite of anything like cultist related or like just literal blood for blood. But so I put out a project before that called Walk on Water. So
yeah, Blood
um
for Blood.
it kind of just so basically it's like what I call it like a sequel to that because like blood and water and like how they sort of like relate to one
Okay,
another and the significance of each of them and blood being something that's like very essential to like even just life in general. So for me like blood for blood is like essence really like what makes us like human and like exchanging for you know that essence, someone's essence for your own essence in terms of like love and even sometimes it's not working out and basically I'll say it's probably like a heartbreak um song but because I hadn't like written any heartbreak songs and I just tried it and I was like okay cool. Right, that was like where I was at the time, and so yeah, it was not anything like violent, which is like was very interesting when people started to like reach out and ask. My my mom was very she was very curious like why though, and yeah, you just have to explain like the significance because for me mostly like it's more about like metaphors for things and yeah, just like importance of certain things, like have like I want a hidden meaning, but like
deep,
just
deep meaning.
yeah,
Yes.
like not surface level, basically, like more than surface level. So blood for blood is not anything violent. Full disclaimer. So
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, you're not a violent person, so figures makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, so sticking with my story that I have a song, I've gotten a bit from YouTube. Where do I record? How do I find a place to record? So how do I find a studio to record?
Um, yeah. So I mean, so I'm just trying to like picture like if I was in that situation. Um, to be honest, I feel a good investment for like anyone interested in like doing music would be to like buy equipment, and it doesn't have to be any. But then, yeah, I mean, exchange rate is crazy, but yeah, it's an investment that you could consider, which is like buying um like buying a recording interface. So you could have like one of those cheap ones. This is why I started with like a Focusrite um bundle. Basically, it comes with like a sound card and a mic, and yeah, I feel like that's a start. So, but if you can't do that, I mean, the other ways you can also record, there are apps that you can use. I haven't really used any before, but like, yeah, oh no, it's scratch that I have used, um, but I can't remember the name right now. But I think you have, um, I think there's Ableton, like the version of Ableton that's, mobile version that you can use, and you could just record on that with like an earphone mic or something. That's the start, you know. So I mean, you could try that. You could also like network with people and just like if they like your stuff, you could just meet a producer that thinks like what you're doing is cool, and that's it. It just works out. So I mean, it just depends on what you're willing to do, and yeah, that's my own take.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so I can just buy a mic now or some basic equipment and
Yeah,
just
so yeah,
start run it
yeah,
somehow. Run the
yeah, somehow,
recording.
somehow. Yeah,
Okay.
and which is even a good purchase for you because I mean for your podcast
Yeah,
as
it's for a
well.
podcast.
Like obviously it's something
Also,
that would be useful for you. So
multi-purpose.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
making sense. It's making
multi-purpose
sense.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So okay.
I can send you a link to some
Sure.
sites
No,
so you could get.
send it. I just send
Yeah,
you the
yeah.
link.
Got
Yeah,
you, got you, got
I just
you,
send
man.
you the link.
I don't know.
Send the money as well. So it will come together.
Almost.
It will come together at once.
Right, bet.
No
I know
problem.
peanuts.
So okay,
Yeah,
let's if
my guy.
I'm done recording, I record something. Who like who mixes it together? I mean, I've heard of this word called mastering. I don't exactly know what it means, but who does that in the song creation process?
Okay, so yeah, so when you make a song, you could, yeah, it's produced by somebody, which could be you or somebody else. And then it needs to be mixed in terms of like effects and just making sure that, everything sits down, like sits in like the right places, with like EQing and, compression and all of these things to make it sound like the like sounds are not clashing with each other. They're kind of like sitting in their own different like pockets. And mastering it would basically just be about like the volume of like all of the volume of all of the like different sounds and just trying to balance everything. So it sounds like it just sounds nice basically. So you have different elements um in the song that need to have their like do their own thing and depending on what it is you're going for. So yeah, you could just do that. And also like YouTube is your friend. You could literally just learn anything on YouTube. And yeah, you can become a mixing and mastering engineer in, just by just, doing your own thing, testing what you like and now, bam, yeah, a mixing and mastering engineer. I feel like that's just the whole thing. You need to start somewhere. So you could look for people on social media, um, see people that are interested in working with you, collaborating, which is like a thing that I feel like up and coming people can benefit from, which is collaboration. And because yeah, it's understandable that a lot of people don't have money to, do all of this. So collaborating with other people helps you, um, yeah, it helps it work out, better. So that's my two
Okay.
cents.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Do you know,
man.
as you're measuring compression, volume, I was like, I mean, I do all those things now for a podcast, so no
Oh, really?
music. Yeah, I check the
Okay, for
volume,
your
like,
podcast.
yeah, the compression,
Interesting. Oh,
noise
yeah. Okay,
reduction, all those
cool.
kind of things. So I could very well be someone who masters music. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not far. Like I could start to pursue that career, but
I mean,
we'll
you
see.
can
We'll
anything. You
see.
can do anything to be
We'll see.
honest.
We'll see.
For sure, for sure.
Okay, so
People
how
start by it, man.
who distributes like the music now? Must you be with a label or like a distributor? How do you get Spotify and all those places? Apple Music, Amazon, all of
So,
them.
so with the way the music industry is today, you really you have access to distribution platforms. Some you could have your own like direct access to it, which is you could use like DistroKid or like CD Baby and just have like a profile that you just upload and they would like send it to all the DSPs, which are the streaming platforms. And yeah, but that also has its own. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's like distribution. There are other things like going to releasing music, but just strictly distribution. Yeah, you can use like DistroKid, you can use CD Baby, and yeah, a couple of other ones that you can just research and like just creating a profile and uploading your stuff, paying for the subscription, yearly subscription, and yeah, so that's what you can do, or you can go through like distribution companies. There are a couple ones that, yeah, those, yeah, you could research and yeah, use them if you want that, all of the services that they may offer, additional services. So yeah,
Okay,
you
okay,
could do that.
that's nice. So I'm getting somewhere now. Now I have a way to distribute the music.
Yeah,
So
I bet, man.
when I post the music out on Friday, new music is coming on Friday. I post it. How do I make money from it? Not performance money per se. I know that's different type. The zero royalties now. What's it called? How do you make money from that? Or is there money there to be
Um,
made there too?
okay, so I mean, I wouldn't really, as an upcoming artist, my own
Okay,
thing is I don't feel the need to like make something and just immediately want
make money.
to
Okay,
capitalize in terms of yeah. So, but if you'd want to do that, there are a couple things you could do, which would be playlisting, which just means you'd playlist curators, they put your music on like their playlist, and depending on how many people are subscribed to those playlists, once if your song is on there and if it's like a top like song in terms of like the numbering, um, yeah, their subscribers will listen to your music and that would translate to streams. And yeah, so that's a way to get your like royalties, like your royalties from streaming strictly. So the more people who listen to your music, the more you get, the more your like the higher your royalties are. Um, So yeah, basically playlisting is a way to go about it. So it depends on like, obviously having access to those playlist curators. And yeah, the doing that would, bump up your streams really. No streaming farms.
I've heard of that streaming farm somewhere. I don't know what it is. I assume it's a farm where, like a literal farm with grasses, where people just stream music.
To be honest, I myself, I don't really know exactly what it is, but my own idea of it is like, I don't know if you've seen pictures of like like maybe a warehouse or something. They have like maybe I don't know, 500 phones there. are
Yeah,
just
and
like
playing
plugged,
music.
and just yeah, that's my idea of what it is. I believe that I don't know if I'm right, but
That
like
can
that's
that can
what I
be
think it is.
that
So
can
they
be I
just
don't know.
keep playing your music,
That's a
you
lot.
know.
That's a lot.
So okay, I mean yeah, basically let me not go too deep into it, but yeah, that's what I think it is. I feel that's what it is. So
Okay, okay. So let's just say I'm an upcoming artist. I'm most likely not going to make money from a several artist per se. So
I mean it's not like you wouldn't like there are
okay,
people that have dropped songs, maybe even their first single, and it blew up basically, and from there, it just like their careers like skyrocketed. So it's not really like like one way thing. Like it has to be the
okay,
way,
okay,
like So
okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So some I see you perform at different places. Sometimes different places. So
yeah.
how do you get those? How do you get the opportunity to perform at those places for someone that's upcoming? Let's say for me now. That's just me as an example. So how I get this
Uh,
opportunity to perform?
so there are a couple of events like events that happen in Lagos that they happen quite often in terms of like music performances. Like it's already like a cultural thing. Um, one would be Kewe and Calm. So Kewe and Calm is this show that I performed a couple times at. But it just took me going for one of the shows and meeting with like the organizer and asking if I could perform. And that's how that worked. Um, yeah, obviously, I mean, the chances of people um taking up your request or even accepting or even putting you on the lineup. I know it's obviously based on their own preference, and you don't really have the control over it. But yeah, I mean, just networking with people, going for those
Networking,
kind
yeah.
of events, and yeah, and just having an eye for just like spotting who you feel like, oh, this is someone that could be in charge of this, and just meeting with them, speaking, and see what happens from there, basically. So that's something you could try.
Let's say you go to a networking event, you see someone who chose concerts or parties per se. So how do you what are you going to use as the initial icebreaker now when you walk up to that person to talk to the person?
Um, well, so I mean, it all just depends, really. You could you could have at least for me, sure. I mean, if I'm not really like the one to go up to people, but
Okay.
I think it's also about just vibes as well. If I'm able to get okay, this person seems like he will not be uh, like dickhead, I'll probably approach. Sorry, I don't know if you can curse on your
No,
podcast,
you
but
can, you can.
okay, good to know.
It's a free
Um,
podcast. You
yeah,
can.
yeah. So, yeah. So just reading vibes, basically. If you're able to, and which is also a good thing for like artists to be able to have those skills to be able to start conversations with people. And I mean, you can enter any way you like to enter in terms of like the icebreaker, or it could even be like a mutual something you feel like, okay, yo, I like this person's fit, like this is a cool fit, and comment on that if you, I mean, if you genuinely like it. And yeah, just depends on how you want to go about it. But like, don't be weird, which is what I mean. You figured that out, man.
We're all weird. We're all
The more
weird.
you
I
do,
think we're all weird. So
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Obviously, I feel like that's one of our selling points, to be honest. But yeah, also people can be weird as well. You might just not want to do too much, and someone can take it as, oh, this person's like, oh, maybe you're trying to like pass or something. So it's just best for you to kind of like gauge. So like that, your that skill to like gauge um how to approach a situation like that. It's very important. So that you definitely have to do that. As an artist, and yeah, which is something I'm still quite learning to do as well. So
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much. I think now I've gotten like a bit. I've gotten like I'm going to buy a mic, record it, then
yeah,
find a distributor, then network, wait, push it out, post on Instagram, post everywhere.
mm,
Talk about myself.
yeah,
See, I'm don't be
yeah.
surprised if you see me drop a song, guys, please. Don't be surprised. It might happen. You can never
I
tell.
mean, go for it.
I will. We'll see what happens. See what happens. So,
Yeah.
in your career, what has been your biggest
Oh.
challenge as an artist?
Yeah,
Or are they
that's
just
a
all
big one.
challenges? Or just pick the biggest
Um,
one.
I feel like there are a couple of things. I can't really say one is like the all-time biggest one, but I think an important one would be finding a community of people. Um, it's very easy to feel alone. Like no matter how much of a hard guy you are, like if you're not surrounded with people that are like-minded, you know, you'd obviously so you could want to do that, like do your own thing, or it's quite nice to have people that kind of like share your um just your the way you think, and because I've been blessed to be able to find people that are are like cool, and like I relate with them a lot. I have we do like jam sessions every week, or we try to do it every week, where it's just like I mean the point is to make music, but then most times we're always just like chatting and those vibes, and for the most part, which is like very fun as well. So that's one thing. Another thing would be just discovering what I like pretty much, and that means like obviously trying different things, like different genres, like sonic styles and techniques, and kind of like just always like curating everything together to become just this thing that feels right, and that obviously takes time. Takes time, which now is like obviously you have to go through a ton of stuff in terms of like the source material, like your movies, and just which is one of the things that we share like at the jam sessions. We just like talk about movies and like books, and maybe anything that we found interesting during the week, and just like talk about it. And and I've definitely gotten like incredible movie recommendations from there's from like
Okay.
uh, those guys right there, like
Is there anyone you want
some of
to
my best mates, man.
give us like one or two
Man,
movies?
there's so many, man.
One or
There's
two.
so many. So one that I really enjoyed, I watched last week, which is the wonderful story of Henry Sugar.
Sorry, can you
That's an
say the name again?
amazing movie. It's the wonderful story of Henry Sugar. It's on Netflix,
Henry
so I mean,
Sugar.
you could
Okay.
download it.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's Uncut Gems, which is so like insane.
I don't think I've watched that
There
movie
is
though.
also
I always see
Nah, you
it.
should watch it. It's like
I
an
always
Adam
see it.
Sandler movie. It's crazy. Like nah, nah,
Okay.
nah. It's one of the
I will.
best movies I've seen this year. There's also Bohemian Rhapsody. It's an old, I want to say it's an old movie, but like I just watched it this year. It's really, really cool too as well. But just getting like just life lessons from those movies. Like the wonderful story of Henry Sugar is that's like the title. It's not Henry Sugar. It's like the wonderful story of Henry Sugar. Like the style of shooting, like the it's very interesting. It's very unconventional and very like avant-garde in terms of like it's not like it's very experimental and like very like nuanced. And obviously like it shares like some stories and like morals that like I feel like it's important for me to take in and kind of like put into the music and watching all these things, documentaries and books and all of that and then seeing how all of it like trickles down into the music, because obviously there are a lot of things that artists worry about, funding is one of them, which is like, yo, obviously you need money, you know, but over it takes you, you need to know like your options, or, to know like what things are possible, before you're able to like pick, you could have like, you could decide to, whether if it's a record deal you want or like a publishing deal, understanding, the business aspect of music as well. Because, the whole thing with funding is, it's a big thing because, um, it makes you create, I want to create better, but it just makes creating like easier, seemingly,
Okay.
at least I would like to think it would, and with the recent like attention that, African music and artists have been getting, there's an improvement, in all of that. But that also means that we need to be able to own our IP. It's a big thing, like in the long run, like owning our IP is so big, and capitalizing on that to build like generational wealth and just infrastructure in like the Nigerian space and even Africa at large. So yeah, we need to all like as an artist, an upcoming artist, is something that you need to. I feel like it's very important for you to know, about the business aspect of music. Um, and it's very, it's I know it can be really confusing, but you need to start somewhere because I remember the first time I heard about like split sheet and just trying to explain it was like so crazy to me, and I was like, oh, I mean, one is like a master split sheet, and just so many things. But like I feel the more you are exposed to it, the more you sort of like understand, and then you're able to make decisions, really like informed decisions, which is like the the way I feel like that's the best way to go about it. And with all of this, like even with like those kind of questions, like circling back to that, I feel like getting knowledge from other people is so important. Like it cannot be overemphasized. Like it's very beneficial to be able to learn. Um, I'm very open to that as well. To just always learn, like, and that helps you like get your inspiration for like your music also improves, and it gets wider basically. And from those jam sessions, I found like artists that I'm like, bro, these guys are like amazing, like recommendations, and I'm just like, yo, this is my thing, and I really feel like I'm beginning to understand more like the type of music I want to make just from listening to specific people and watching live performances, and it's it's such a cool thing to like as an artist to kind of like figure out, like you'd be like, oh yeah, I want to be like Freddie Mercury, or one of those guys that are like very, you know oh, I don't know, just very, it's a nice feeling to have, it's a nice feeling to have,
Yeah,
so
I
expanding
get
your
what you're
palette,
saying.
yeah, so yeah, listen
Okay.
to more music and more music and more music, and yeah.
Do you know, before I asked the question, you said, I think you said you didn't know, but you gave her like, I counted like five or six. So,
5 or 6 of what?
like, challenges you face and things you need to learn as the upcoming
Oh no, you just
making
speak
music.
now, man. I was like, you know what? Let me
No,
just
it's
give
fine,
it
it's fine, it's fine.
topic.
Let's give people more, let them learn.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's
so
important.
before we close, there's a new segment I'm introducing to Sasut Corner. It's called
Sure.
What Are You Mad At? So essentially is what made you angry this week. So I will give my guests like a just give them a space to just come around for 2 or 3 minutes about what made you angry this week. And as the host, I'll start. So what made me
And
angry
then,
this week?
okay, go for it,
So
man.
I mean, the 2 weeks before this, I was on leave, yeah, from work.
Yeah,
So I came back.
okay.
I resumed work on Monday. And on Monday morning, I was already angry because people in this Lagos drive like they are mad. You know, in movies, yeah, when you shoot someone, let's say you shoot someone's head and are rushing the person to the hospital,
Mm,
and they start driving like just insane people. That's the way people in this place
okay,
drive. I
yeah.
swear to God. It was like 5:03. I remember I checked my watch. It was 5:03 in the morning. This guy I don't know. He was in a race with himself. He was just going. He was turning left, turning right. But like, bro, calm down. What's happening? It's 5 o'clock. Huh? I was like, this is exactly why I took leave. This is exactly why I took his leave. Now back in this same world, I don't understand. Honestly, it's crazy. It's like I don't, in Nollywood movies when like there's like a pregnant woman in the car and they're rushing her to the hospital. Exactly what it is. Though. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. And then accident will happen. People will come down, start arguing, then everybody will start waiting in the road. And it makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. I don't understand.
Man,
Then the worst thing is, you see all those Sienna, all those bus drivers, they'll park in the middle of the road to pick up passengers. And this week, I'm actually no, I'm a very calm person though, but this week, there was a guy that just parked in the middle of the road, was arguing change with his customer. I rolled the glass down, I said, guy, you're in the middle of the fucking road, bro. He was raising his hand to me. I said, are you sure I'm not the kind of person that shouts in the road though?
bro, man.
But I was so
I think
pissed.
you,
Guy was pissing me
yeah.
off.
It's
But
crazy because I mean, I see you as like a
man,
very calm guy, so
man,
that's very like polar
I
opposites
was
from your
God.
personality.
But anyway, that's my own. But I don't know if you have anyone to share with us. That's my own.
um, man, what have I been angry at this week?
Could be anything.
Huh, okay. Um, I'm actually like just trying to like go through the week to just see how like everything went. What could have possibly pissed me off?
Might not be this week. Might
Um,
be just general.
okay. Generally, I feel like social media is like it can be very annoying. Like this people on social media because I mean I try not to look through like comment sections so much, but like sometimes I find myself looking through. Um, there was this particular video I saw. Okay, I saw a video a couple of days ago, which was a lady that had a lady and her husband that wanted playing. Her husband was uh, had an episode um where he was just raging because he has dementia. So you know how that goes. So basically
Okay.
he wasn't really aware of his environment in that moment. So he was a bit confused. So he was like raising his voice and so his wife was like, okay, everyone needs to like calm down, like sing I can't remember the name of the song, but like it was very like solemn and so everyone on the plane was like singing, how you know how Penny is always like small kitty one kitty
Yeah, Big Bang
for
Theory. Yeah, I know that song.
yeah so like that was basically how it was. I can't remember what the song was. So I proceeded to check in the comment section to just like see like I expected people to like be tear boiling like that, like crying. Some niggas was just like, yo, it's so fake. Like I hate when people are so fake, it's so planned and
Oh
everything. I
man.
was like, yo, let people just have their own cry if they want to cry. Like, just just going to ruin the experience. I wish you had people harping back at them. But it was a funny thing. Most times I just find it very funny and hilarious. So more so funny than even angry. But it's just like ridiculous sometimes. Like people's responses are how like they treat things, like they take things so seriously and just
Yeah.
it's just like
Social media
why?
people. Crazy.
you know. So that's
I wish
mine.
I was there so I could sing that song with with the lady. Um,
I mean,
okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. Wapo, where can people find you and your music?
man, well, you can find me on social media, Wapo Worldwide. I think that's across Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Interestingly enough, yeah,
Okay,
it's something
okay,
I've recently gotten into that I really like. So I'm going to be doing more stuff there than probably all other social media platforms. So
okay.
um,
It's fun.
I'm going to put it on my other social media profile. So I don't know what I'll name my handle yet, but like I'm thinking about it. So yeah.
Okay,
So Instagram, Twitter, those are my handles.
okay. Guys, don't forget to send in your comments or any issues you want me to solve for you. There's a Google form in the episode
Who's
description.
the therapist?
See, I did try. I did try.
Goodness, 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 goodness.
Also share and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thanks, man. Great having me here. Really enjoyed it. Have a
Okay.
great weekend.
You
All
too.
right, man. Take care. All right, bye.